Hey everyone, it's Leah. Sorry for the weird look. I have headphones on because it's pretty loud. Um, and I'm trying to buffer the other voices. So, yeah, I'm not really going for fashion anyway, right? I mentioned to you that I was going to post some live streaming from this chemo cycle. Do something this morning and a little bit this afternoon. I have two purposes. One is just to update you on what's going on, but also I want to talk a little bit about my mindset around this. So a little history. I don't want to take up this time going through my treatment plan entirely. But FYI, I was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer 3.5 years ago, which, by the way, today is World Ovarian Cancer Awareness Day. So spread the word about ovarian cancer. I'm in remission for ovarian cancer. I have been recently diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. It's called triple negative. Sounds scary. I think it's triple negative because the 3 receptors that certain treatments can target, estrogen, progesterone, and HER2, I don't have those. So the only treatments left for me are hardcore chemotherapy, followed by surgery, followed by radiation. So that's where I'm at. So this is cycle number 4. I've got 20 weeks of this. Been doing it weekly. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm not in the hospital today. I'm actually at the cancer center. They think they can run this protocol safely here for me instead of doing it in the hospital. So that's kind of a relief. Yeah, so that's the update on the nitty gritty of what I'm going through. Yeah, ovarian cancer 3.5 years ago, I'm in remission, which is an amazing blessing. Now I have breast cancer. I mentioned before that I already had a double mastectomy, right after I finished treatment for ovarian cancer to prevent breast cancer. That's because I have the BRCA1 gene. The likelihood of getting ovarian cancer in your lifetime is 50%. The likelihood of getting breast cancer in your lifetime is like closer to 70 or 80. So it's a bit of a mystery as to why I got breast cancer anyway. Stage 3, because of where they found it, it's in a node up high underneath my clavicle. So location, and it was kind of big. It was a big node. So those two things make it stage 3. And hence, I'm here getting treated again. So yeah, I've had 2 different types of cancers in 3.5 years because I'm special. And that's actually what I want to talk with you about. I have decided between now and the time I finish, I am looking for gratitude in this whole thing. Because oftentimes with cancer, you just hear awfulness and war stories and people, almost sharing how awful the treatment and or the disease itself is in a way to compete. It's probably not a very popular thing for me to say, because trust me, I get it. It sucks. You get really sick. You don't want to do it anymore. I get it. It's awful. I'm not saying this is something to minimize. But I also notice that when we have conversations around cancer, whether it's an organization trying to raise money for cancer, there tends to be an emphasis on suffering and death and dying and kind of hopelessness. And as a cancer patient, that's like the worst marketing approach you can take for me, because I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to know the statistics. I'm actually trying to ignore them because I know that I am an individual and I'm not those statistics. So maybe it's just our state of being human beings as we tend to, propagate fear as a way to gain attention. It's all over the news that way. So I'm here to talk about the opposite of fear. I'm here to talk about looking for hope and grace and gratitude. And I kind of wish that would be enough, that message would want people to listen and want people to do things like raise money and start nonprofits and support cancer patients through research and other type of supportive care, that we didn't have to lead out with so many women die of fill in the blank, ovarian cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer every day. I mean, it makes me want to not read on at all. So I'm talking about gratitude. And my plan is, since I've got 20 weeks of this stuff, and today's number, cycle 4, every week I am going to post something I'm incredibly grateful about. Actually, because I got cancer twice. Yes. That's special. I've got that opportunity even more. I missed the first 3 weeks because I just didn't get this idea until now. So I'm going to start out saying that I have and am incredibly grateful for my family, my mother, who just lost her husband, is in the depths of grief, is still there for me in an amazing way. My brother, who ex-Marine, has a way of motivating me, and he's kind and sweet and gentle about it too. My sister, who shaves her head every 3 weeks to stay bald with me, solidarity, and she drives up from Parker and puts her job on hold, and she hangs out with me when I'm the sickest, which will be about 4 days from now, which gives my partner a relief. So Brian, he stayed with me through ovarian cancer. We had only known each other for less than 2 years. I said to him, listen, you got a ticket to go. You don't have to hang around for this, what could be awfulness. And it was pretty bad. And he stayed, which pretty amazing. So he's staying with me now. We have more experience. We know how to do this together now. So I'm incredibly grateful that he is around. And my friends. I didn't know I had so many friends. Debbie Morgan organized a meal train, and so many of you have stepped up and are prepping food or buying food and delivering it to us, because I can't cook through treatment because the smells are so awful. So Brian's really appreciative. And I just feel like you're prepping meals and bringing me food are a sign of your love, and I feel it. So I'm grateful that I have opened up my heart to accept that help and realize that I don't know, I'm going to sound like Sally Field at the Oscars, that you like me. Honestly, I don't know. This just has brought up a lot of, I don't think I was this likable, you know? Maybe most people don't, not sure. But I feel your love and support, and I'm beyond grateful for that too. So, grateful for my family, grateful for my partner, grateful for my friends, and just grateful that I can, I'm looking up at my chemo pole, get treatment. And that's like the last thing I want to say for my gratitude today. A friend reminded me that at least I have options. There are many cancers, other illnesses where treatment doesn't exist or is fairly limited. And so I will go through this hard struggle because I can. And I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm willing to try. And I'm grateful that I have options. So every week I will share something I'm grateful about. I just, you might not think cancer is something to be grateful about, or any major trauma or illness, but I want to tell you that I'm a changed person for the good. I used to be, those that know me will crack up at this and think, yeah, I used to be kind of a control freak, super stubborn, Um, very scared a lot. And I really don't think anything would have moved me like getting cancer twice has moved me to be different and let go and not be afraid and to not be so stubborn and to let go of control, because as I stare at this chemo pole, I can't do this by myself. With all of your help, I clearly have realized I can't do this by myself. So I'm very, very grateful to all of you. And I'm grateful that I had the wisdom to let go of any pretense that I was tough and I could do this, and I didn't want to have anyone see me really sick. There was a bit of shame and weirdly humiliation getting diagnosed twice. Like something's wrong with me. And I don't feel that way anymore. I hope nobody who has anything that is, I don't know, highlighting their perception of a flaw that they have feels any shame. I think embracing is the key. So that's what I'm doing this time. Did I want to have cancer the second time? No, of course not. Shit. I was like riding my bike and climbing mountains and running. I was training for a half marathon. Yeah, this was not the plan at all. Summer is my favorite season. So I'm hoping just to stay active on days I feel good. So that is something to also be grateful for. Last video I told you that I hope that my sharing with you about getting diagnosed with 2 different types of cancers in a short period of time has highlighted for you how important it is to prioritize the day that you have right in front of your face. And if there's anything that you want to do but you think you're just going to wait, I wouldn't. If it's a relationship you want to get into and you're nervous to proceed, do it anyway. If there's a relationship you want to get out of and you're hanging around, yeah, you might want to think about that too. Anything, job, whatever, I have a sense of making sure that I'm living the life I want to live. Every day I wake up, I'm living the life I want to live, and I encourage you to do that too. Every day that you wake up, ask, is this the life I want to be living? Yes. Even this moment, here in the Cancer Center, I'm grateful that I'm here, and I'm grateful for you. So I'll check in later this afternoon. It's an all-day infusion, another 6 to 7 hours. And I will be hoping that the meds are doing their job, because I'm going to set some positive intention this time around. And I would love it if you would do that for me too. That would be beautiful. Kind of need it this time. So I will sign off for now. I'm getting kind of loopy. The drugs are hitting. These are the pre-drugs. This is not chemo. Chemo doesn't make me loopy. All the other drugs they give you ahead of time. Feel like I'm on Quaaludes and cocaine at the same time. Yeah, that's what Benadryl and steroids do. Nice combo. So, love to you all. I'll check in later this afternoon. Please go live a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life.